Howdy, howdy. We're gonna get going on these Woodland Indians. Started to do a little work on these. I'm just gonna do the flesh probably because that'll take a while. That's quite a bit. So let's just keep going on that. These are on, right? Yes. Been a few days since I made a video, so kind of not all there anyway. Just woke up. Okay, we're gonna use Shadows Flesh. Panzer Aces Shadows Flesh. I'll probably do one with the normal, and then I'll probably put a little bit of beige in there and do the other guys a little lighter. Lighten it up a little bit. Just so they kind of look a little different. A little more than that. Okay. Get going here. Hard to get the motor running the last few days. I'm tired. I'm still tired, but I gotta try to do something. Well, I'm not gonna zoom in. I think it works better if I zoom in after editing, when I'm editing. Even though it loses a little bit of the HD, still better because I can zoom in a lot further. Editing program is kind of crap that I use. I gotta learn to use something else. Use Microsoft Clip Champ or something like that. It's just not great. It's always messing up on me. Glitching out. Once you zoom in, it loses all the picture quality when you're editing. It's not good. Pretty cheap program, I must say. Just gonna have to paint right over the straps for now because I can't really. They're thin straps, can't really tell. Well, I guess they're not. It's just easier to skip over them for now. Paint back over them later. Try to go around them the whole time. Not gonna make any difference. lot of stuff on these guys. I really loaded them up. They got knives, they got extra weapon, they got a little bag. I guess that's all I need to do on him. For some reason I was thinking their legs are showing, but they're not. Okay, that's enough for him, I think. Looks pretty good. Let's get a little beige out. Beige into that. Give us a little lighter color. Won't be too light. All look a lot better after a flesh wash anyway. Got a chunk of stuff in my eyeball. To clean my eyes out. Feel something floating around in there. Not good. Goobers. Goobers in there. Sure, it's just allergy chunky stuff. Clumps up from outside. Cardboard dust from work. Or an eyelash. Who knows? Definitely something annoying there though. Doing a slop job, y'all. Just getting it on. Not a big deal to make it perfect at this point. Just get that flesh color on. Got on a little too thick. I can't tell. There's some thick paint, that's for sure. Thinned it out a little bit. I'll go back over the whole thing with a little bit of water. Spread it around just in case. Take some off. It just looks kind of thick. You can always go back over it again if I need to. Rather too thin than too thick. I don't know if I'm just losing my mind or... Okay. I haven't painted in a couple days, so I'm kind of out of it here. Get back into the swing, yeah. Okay, so I think we got their skin on. Looks fine. Yeah, might have to go over this one more time. I thinned it out pretty good just because I thought it looked too thick, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see once it dries. But that's going to be it for right now. I need to let those dry before I go any further, so I'll probably end up working on that a little bit. These little guys, Saracens that I've been working on. Still got this paratrooper, Soviet paratrooper I gotta work on. And then I need to get some of these army men on the sprue still. Or not on the sprue, but on the... Got this little dealy bob here ready to go for them. I'll probably do like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, I'll do like 4. Maybe 5, I don't know. They're pretty small. Won't take very long, I don't think, to paint those. Lickety split, I think I'm going to use contrast and speed paint on those too, so it'll go even faster. Just like done. Be a quick project for sure. Alright, well, I'll be back when I'm ready to paint some more of these Indian dudes. See you then. Bye-bye. Studios. Once again, we got the coffee pot making noise because I always have that thing running. So we'll deal with that. That's alright. I'm going to talk down here because that's where the microphones are. We're going to start coloring the pants on these dudes. Try to just get that whole bottom area covered in. I'm going to use buff, Vallejo buff for one. And then I'm going to use a mix of buff and rich leather from Reaper. Kind of a little mix to darken it up so they're not exactly the same. I don't want them to look identical like I always do. Just try to mix it up a little bit. So let's get started on the buff. Let's get in the buff. Yeah. Good. Well, let's start off. Let's do this first. Let's do it right. Let's do it right. Get that nice and mixed up. Now we're ready. More ready than I was, at least. Another color I haven't used in a while. Where is my... Oh, God. Why does this stuff happen to me? I always put it right there, dude. What the heck? Well, luckily I got one of these over here. I'm going to have to find my poker. It's always in the right spot. Not today. Luckily I got one handy that'll work. Can't believe it. Where did that go? Alright, whatever. I'll figure it out after the video is made. A little bit of this in there. Just gonna pretty much cover everything on the bottom. Then I'll figure out what's what later. This color will be easy to cover up. And most of it probably will be this color anyway. So we'll just kind of start slapping it on. There's the coffee pot going nuts. Sorry. Hopefully you can't hear it. I'm sure you can hear it a little bit. It's louder than crap. Deafening. At least to me. Thin that out a little bit. I think I got a little too thick again. A couple days off of painting, I start making the paint too thick. Okay, there's one. There. Thin this out a little more. Get that excess off of there so it doesn't get up in the whatever you call it. Definitely gonna have to go over it again, but like I say every time, I do that anyway. Why bother saying it even? Because of course, I'm going to go over it again, and then probably maybe even again after that. Alright, there's that one. I'll go back and see if I can give this one a little bit more love. Move paint around a little bit. There's lots of little nooks and crannies on these guys. Paint kind of tends to get stuck down in those. I don't want it to be too thick in there, but so I'll go back over those little spots, pull some paint out. I don't want it to be too thick on the first coat. In some spots and not on others. Really awkward clothing. It's really got a lot. It'd be cool once they put some wash on there. Start showing all the creases and everything. Just gotta make sure I don't fill them in with paint too much. Rather have a couple coats than absolutely cake it in there and lose all the definition or whatever. That one's good. Thin it out a little bit. Don't want those details to get lost in the shuffle. Look a lot better on the second coat, obviously. Always does. Especially this paint's really not covering. It's covering in the gaps, but it's not really covering the higher spots. But that's pretty good for now. Once that dries, we'll go over it again, or I'll go over it again, probably off camera. What else could I do right now? Not really anything. I think this is going to be a one-shot thing. Paint one thing, wait. Paint one thing, wait. A lot of it's little stuff. I just hate turning the camera on and off, but I don't know what else to do. So for now, we're going to turn it off. And I'll probably work on something else and come back with another video. So I'll be back as soon as these are dry and ready for the next whatever part to paint. See you then.